Colorado Rockies are in San Francisco to take on the San Francisco Giants for the first time in 2020. Right now, Rockies are in second place in the National League West with their 11-10 record. Giants are 10-12. They're in fourth place. Drew Smyly will make his fifth start of the season for the Giants. 23 2/3 innings, 16 strikeouts, 8 walks. He's got a 3.80 ERA, signed a one-year $4 million deal with the Giants this offseason. First batter will be David Dahl for the Rockies. So Smyly had a pretty good start to his career. Pitched solid with the Tigers and then the Rays. As his first pitch in the lefty-on-lefty matchup is swung on and fouled out of play. But Smyly, he really broke out in the 2017 World Baseball Classic with some nasty stuff, but then got hurt. Had to have Tommy John surgery, missed the entire 2017 and 2018 seasons, didn't throw a single pitch in the major leagues either of those years. Returned last year, time with the Phillies and time with the Rangers, and he really struggled last year. Collectively, it was a 6.24 ERA. Gave up a ton of home runs.
That's ball 2.
But Giants signed him to a low-risk, high-reward, one-year, $4 million contract this offseason. As Dahl pulls one foul. It's 53 degrees under cloudy skies here in San Francisco. Still a nice night to play baseball, always in San Francisco here at Oracle Park. 2-2 pitch is swung on and pulled in the air towards left center field. That ball is going to drop for a base hit. Leadoff single for David Dahl here in the first inning. It is first home run of the year in that final game of the series in Colorado against the Cardinals. Rockies took 2 of 3 in that series, lost that final game to St. Louis. Charlie Blackmon takes a pitch outside. Blackmon hitting .219 with 2 home runs on the season, 7 runs batted in. He's moved up to the 2 slot in the order today. We'll show you the full Rockies lineup in a few moments. Smyly takes a look over at first base, delivers to Blackmon, and it's a pitch inside, 2-0. And that's in there for a strike. 2-1 the count now on Blackmon. Other activities for the Giants this offseason signed Kevin Gausman to a one-year $9 million deal. 2-1 pitch from Smyly is swung on and lifted in the air towards right center field. Going back on this one is Pence. That's going to get down, and Dahl had to hold up. He'll get into third base. There'll be a double for Charlie Blackmon. A couple runners in scoring position now for the Rockies. 6th double of the year for Charlie Blackmon. So Trevor Story will be the batter now. Story and Blackmon switching spots in the order today. Blackmon up to the 2 spot, Story batting third. 6 for his last 16 at the plate is Trevor Story. Keep talking about some of the moves made by the Giants this offseason. They brought back Hunter Pence on a one-year $3 million deal after he had a resurgence in Texas. On a one-year deal with the Rangers in 2019. Story takes a pitch inside. And there's a strike on the inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. We have the 2 leading RBI men in the National League playing for both sides in this series. Hunter Pence has 24. That leads the NL. Nolan Arenado at 21 is tied for second with Juan Soto of the Washington Nationals. 1-1 pitch to Story is swung on and missed.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Swung on and fouled out of play. Giants also brought in Wilmer Flores, former Diamondback, former Met, on a 2-year, $6.25 million deal with a club option for 2022. 1-2 pitch to Story is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1. First out of the day is the first strikeout for Drew Smiley. And that'll bring up Nolan Arenado. And Giants will elect to walk him, set up a double play possibility. The force at any base with 1 out. Arenado in his career hitting .295 with a .357 on base percentage and .553 slugging percentage against these Giants. Daniel Murphy will be the batter, hitting .309 on the year, a .481 slugging percentage. Arenado, we mentioned those great offensive numbers against the Giants. First pitch to Murphy is taken for a strike at the knees. Arenado has also saved some of his best defensive plays for against the Giants. Remember the tarp catch in San Francisco, and then a throw just last year, a couple years ago, from the seat of his pants. There's a ground ball to second base, 4, 6, and 3. That's a double play, and the Giants get out of the inning. Daniel Murphy grounds into a double play. Rockies start things off with runners on second and third, nobody out, but Smiley works out of trouble. We go to the bottom of the first. Giants looking to get on the board first. John Gray getting the start for the Rockies today. 19 1/3 innings on the year. 16 strikeouts, 7 walks. Had a really rough time his last time out in San Diego. 19 1/3 innings pitched, 23 hits allowed. That's a .155 whip. 1-3 is his record. Again, this is the 5th start of the year for John Gray. Wilmer Flores, we just mentioned his deal, and he's going to be the leadoff batter for the Giants. Off to a good start, hitting .316 is Wilmer Flores. First pitch from Gray is swung on and slashed foul. Other moves for the Giants. There was a player option for reliever Tony Watson. Instead of that, they negotiated a new 1-year, $3 million deal. And Tyler Anderson, former Colorado Rocky. Giants claimed him off waivers at the very beginning of the offseason. Then he was non-tendered by the Giants at the deadline, but then he re-signed with them on a 1-year, $1.775 million deal. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2 on Wilmer Flores. There is also Rico Garcia, who was claimed off waivers by the Giants. He remains in the organization as well. Pitch outside, and the count evens at 2. Zach Cozart was acquired in a trade from the Angels, but he was actually released in January. There's a fly ball foul by Flores. Also, they claimed Harlan Garcia off waivers from the Marlins. Right now, Garcia is on the 60-day injured list in our simulation. Pitched low and away, and a full count now with Brandon Crawford waiting on deck. They also brought back Pablo Sandoval in a minor league deal. Signed Billy Hamilton, Yolmer Sanchez, Trevor Cahill, Tyson Ross, Nick Vincent, Joey Rickard, all to minor league deals. Pop up first base side. We'll see if Murphy can get over there in foul territory. He cannot. And the count will remain 3-2. Other minor league deals. Darren Ruff, remember him, also a former Rocky. Christian Adames, he ended the year with the Giants last year, re-signed a minor league deal. Line drive, base hit into right field off the bat of Flores. Leadoff man is aboard for San Francisco. Giants also signed former Rocky Matt Kiriciti to a minor league deal, but he was since released. Some notable losses for the Giants. Madison Bumgarner, we saw him in an Arizona uniform as Brandon Crawford steps to the plate. Bit of a slow start for Crawford, 189 with a couple home runs, 11 driven in for the Giants shortstop. Will Smith was the closer last year for the Giants. He is now with the Atlanta Braves. Stephen Vogt, we saw him with the D-backs as well. The pitch inside. A lot of this core, if you will, for the Giants are still here. Buster Posey, Evan Longoria, Brandon Belt, Jeff Samardzija, Johnny Cueto. They're all still here with the Giants. 1-0 pitch from Gray is swung on and missed. Here's a pitch outside. MLB Trade Rumors has a full article in their off-season in review series. They have one about the Giants. Haven't finished all teams yet, but they're working on it. You should read their Giants article in its entirety to learn more about how they spent the offseason. Hunter Pence, 373 average waiting on deck. Hunter Pence really struggled in 2018, his final year with the Giants. Then he went over to the Rangers in 316 plate appearances in 2019. Hit .297 with a .358 on base percentage and .552 slugging. Really a resurgence in his career. Now he's almost 36 years old. He did have some back and groin injuries that prevented him from playing more than 89 games last year as Crawford takes the pitch low and away. And the first two runners are aboard for the Giants. A single for Flores and a walk to Crawford. And that will bring up Hunter Pence, the leading RBI man in the National League to start this season. He's got 24 of them. A few more than Nolan Arenado. A .373 average with 9 home runs on the year. For Pence, a really hot start for him. First pitch is swung on and pulled foul. Pence in right field today played a lot of last year as at the designated hitter position as well. 202 of his 316 plate appearances there. There's a strike and quickly 0-2 on Pence. But a $3 million contract for him. Fly ball to center, to right field, I should say. Blackmon will get there to make the catch. Runners will have to hold. That's out number 1. Let's look at the rest of the lineup for the Giants. At second base, Homer Flores, shortstop Crawford, right field Pence, batting clean at the left fielder Mike Yastrzemski, batting fifth. The third baseman Pablo Sandoval, batting sixth is Alex Dickerson in center field, batting seventh the first baseman Brandon Belt, batting eighth the catcher Buster Posey, and batting ninth the starting pitcher today is Drew Smiley. Mike Yastrzemski, hitting .244 on the season, takes first pitch curveball low. Yastrzemski, 2 home runs, 11 driven in, a .725 OPS. Yastrzemski and Dickerson, both 29 years old, had really solid seasons in 2019. Giants are looking for them to build even more. Those 11 RBIs ranked second on the Giants for Yastrzemski. Again, Hunter Pence leads the club. There's a pitch inside, 2-1 the count. That's inside. 3 balls and a strike now with Pablo Sandoval waiting on deck. Sandoval having a solid start to his year, hitting .280 with a few home runs. Giants also brought in a new manager this year. A swing and a chop foul. With Bruce Bochy retiring, at least for the time being, brought in Gabe Kapler, former Phillies manager. They hired Joe Girardi. There's a strike 3 call on the inside corner. And that's out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Gray as he tries to work out of a jam with the first 2 runners aboard for the Giants. Now 2 outs. Rockies also got their first 2 runners aboard on second and third with nobody out in their half of the first inning and could not bring anybody home. Pablo Sandoval takes first pitch strike on the outside corner. 14 of 24 pitches for strikes from Gray in this first inning. He's had to labor a little bit. Not a high on-base percentage for Pablo Sandoval in the year. .321 does have 3 home runs and 10 runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch from Gray is taken outside with a changeup. There's a swing and a chopper to third. Nolan Arenado throws to first, and that will retire the side. Gray works out of a jam. The first 2 runners aboard for the Giants, nobody home. McMahon, Desmond, Walters will be due up in the second for the Rockies.
Leading off for the Rockies, the second baseman,
Ryan McMahon hitting .234 with 6 home runs, 14 runs batted in on the year, a solid .825 OPS. He leads things off against Drew Smiley in this lefty-on-lefty matchup here in the top of the second. Here's a strike. Though we always make sure to preface that by saying that McMahon has reverse splits in his career, hits better against lefties than he does against righties. There's a pitch outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
I feel like every time I say that, McMahon gets a hit. So hopefully that'll be a little good luck charm for Ryan McMahon here facing a lefty Smiley. That's taken low and away, 2-1 the count.
I got 2-1 the count.
That swung on and missed for strike 2. Kevin Gausman and Drew Smiley both really struggled in 2019, both looking to have some success rebounding with the Giants here in 2020. Also, there's Johnny Cueto and Jeff Samardzija to lead the top half of this rotation. 2-2 pitch coming, and that swung on and fouled out of play. Cueto only pitched 16 innings in 2019 after he returned from Tommy John surgery. McMahon swings and misses, and that's out number 1. That's the second strikeout of the day for Smiley. Samardzija's in the final year of his contract. Would still be eligible for free agency if the 2020 real season gets canceled, because there's still going to be that year of service time granted to players. 1-0 pitch to Ian Desmond is taken outside. Desmond's got a hitting streak going. Here's a pitch outside. 3-0 now. Tony Wolters waiting on deck. The 3-0 to Desmond is going to miss outside and high. And that's a 1-out walk to Desmond with Tony Wolters due up.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 14, Tony Wolters.
Farhan Zaidi, the new GM for the Giants this year. Zaidi is rather the president of baseball operations. Scott Harris is the GM. Wolters swings and lines one towards right center field. And that'll be run down for out number 2.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 55, John.
That'll leave it up to John Gray with the runner on first and 2 outs here in the top of the second. Gray looking for his first hit of the year. Giants this year really going to be looking for some of their prospects and minor league depth options to make some improvements. Strike on the inside corner to Gray. And there's a throw over to drive back Ian Desmond. Smiley from the set position takes a look at first and delivers an 0-1. That's inside with a cut fastball. And that one's inside. 2-1 the count. A hitter's count for the pitcher, John Gray. These Rockies have had at least a base runner in the first 2 innings of this ball game. No one has crossed the dish yet for them. Smiley's 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Some top prospects in the Giant system like Joey Bart, Helio Ramos are who they're looking forward to have some improvements and potentially make an impact in the major leagues. Mauricio Dubon as well. Two-two pitch from Smiley to Gray is swung on and fouled out of play. Gray making Smiley work a little bit here in the second. Not going away quietly with 2 outs here. And that one's high. The count goes full. David Dahl would be next. David Dahl's got his batting average up to 247 now. It's been quite a climb to get here. 3-2 pitch to Gray is swung on and lined over the glove of Belt. Over towards the second baseman Flores, and Gray beats it out. That'll be an infield single for John Gray. Good things can happen when you put the ball in play. There's Flores trying to make the play after it goes off the glove of Belt, but to no avail, and there'll be 2 runners on now for David Dahl. Got a single his first time up. First pitch from the lefty to the lefty is swung on and fouled out of play. Smiley takes a look over at second base, delivers to Dahl, and it's swung on and fouled out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Dahl. Dahl, the first-round pick by the Rockies in the 2012 Major League Draft. He's dealt with injuries throughout his career, hoping for a full, healthy campaign in 2020. There's a swing and a foul towards the seats and towards the camera well. 14 of 23 pitches strikes in this laborious inning for Drew Smiley here in the second. Next pitch will be his 40th of the day. Takes that look at second base where Desmond is, delivers to Dahl, and it's swung on and grounded to first base. Another chance for Belt. He'll take it himself, and that'll retire the side. A couple more base runners for the Rockies, but they still can't bring anybody home. We go to the bottom of the second. Dickerson, Belt, and Posey due up for the Giants in a scoreless ball game. Alex Dickerson, batting .314 on the year, 3 home runs, 10 driven in. He'll lead off this bottom of the second inning against John Gray. That one swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Coming in on this one is Dahl. He'll get there to make the catch for out number 1. Let's look at the Rockies' defense now. Left to right in the outfield, we have Ian Desmond, David Dahl, and Charlie Blackmon. Left to right on the infield, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, Ryan McMahon, and Daniel Murphy. And the battery today will be the pitcher, John Gray, and the catcher, Tony Walters. Rockies still trying to get out of the cellar in the National League in terms of fielding percentage. They are last place right now. First pitch to Brandon Belt is taken for a strike of the knees. Belt hitting .192 in a slow start to the season. The left-handed first baseman for the Giants. Batting 7th this year, right in front of Buster Posey. There's a pitch low. Belt 0 for 4 with an RBI in his last game. 1-1 from Gray is taken inside, so now it's a hitter's count on Brandon Belt. Belt and Posey batting at the bottom of the Giants' order, not something we would see just a few years ago. 2-1 pitch is taken for a strike, but now they've got guys like Mike Yastrzemski up towards the top of the lineup, better suited for middle-of-the-order action. And Hunter Pence really off to a hot start this year after his good year with the Rangers. There's a pitch inside. The count goes full on Belt with Buster Posey waiting on deck. Posey off to a struggling start this year, is only hitting .190, has yet to drive in a run or hit a homer. 3-2 pitch from Gray is swung on and chopped foul at the plate, and will do it again. That swung on and lined right to the shortstop Story, who was shifted that way. Bit of a scary play there. John Gray had to duck out of the way of that comebacker. It was hit hard. Fortunately, Gray is okay and missed out on that one. Buster Posey, we mentioned, only hitting .190 on the year. He will step in now, catcher for the Giants. First pitch is a strike. 3 hits and 14 at-bats for Posey's career against Gray. Won the National League MVP in 2012. He swings and misses. He's quickly down 0-2. There was talk of Posey moving more of a full-time role over to first base. So he avoids injury behind the plate late in his career. Not really happened yet. Brandon Belt's still over there at first, and Posey's still catching. One-two pitch from Gray is taken in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Into his motion, the windup, and the 2-2 pitch is taken low with a curveball.
Full count.
And the count goes full with the pitcher Drew Smiley waiting on deck. And that's swung on and popped up behind the plate in foul territory. Wolters or Murphy? Wolters will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. It's a scoreless ball game after 2. Rockies trying to get on the board first in the third. Charlie Blackmon leads off the third inning. Doubled his first time up. Hitting .230 with a .322 on base percentage on the year. Numbers are slowly working their way up for Blackmon, who's batting second today. Story moved down to the 3 slot. Bit of a different look for the Rockies today. Blackmon hitting .303 across parts of 9 seasons with the Rockies. Won the batting title in 2017. 1-0 pitch from Smiley is lined into center field, a base hit. Leadoff single here in the third for Charlie Blackmon. Hey, maybe he likes hitting out of that 2 spot in the order. See if Trevor Story can capitalize, batting out of the number 3 spot today. He struck out his first time up. There's a first pitch low from Smiley. And that one just misses. 5 for his last 12 at the plate is Story, so a .417 average across 5 games is that mark. It's swung on and lined towards right field. Right there to make the catch is Pence, and Blackmon will stay put at first base. That's out number 1. And that'll bring up Nolan Arenado.
Up next for Colorado, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Arenado was intentionally walked in the first inning, so this will be his first official at bat of the ball game. Might have been a good move by the Giants, as we mentioned those extreme hot numbers against Arenado in his career against San Francisco, striking the inside corner.
0-1's the count.
That swung on and lined towards right center field. On the run is Pence, and he will get there to make the catch for out number 2. He's handled both of the outs this inning. And that'll leave it up to Daniel Murphy. Rockies getting base runners aboard in the first 3 innings of this ballgame. No one across the plate yet. Murphy grounded out his first time up. He's got a .376 on base percentage. Not only has he been getting a lot of hits, he's been taking his walks as well. He's looked really good at the plate as of late. First pitch from Smiley's going to miss outside in this lefty-on-lefty matchup. 25 hits for Murphy. That ranks second on the Rockies. Smiley's 1-0 pitch is taken low and away with a changeup. Daniel Murphy has looked more like the Daniel Murphy of the Washington Nationals than of the 2019 Rockies campaign. 3-0 now the count with Ryan McMahon waiting on deck, hoping to get another opportunity to capitalize after striking out his last time up. Drew Smiley now at 50 pitches on the day. Here's a 3-0, and that's going to be a strike on the outside corner.
Count is 3-1.
Well, Ben Kuchner-Kavich of Purple Row along with you. Want to let you know this broadcast is not affiliated with Major League Baseball, MLB The Show 20, or the Colorado Rockies. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Smiley to Murphy, and it's swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. And the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the third. Smiley, Flores, Crawford due up for the Giants. Drew Smiley looking for his first hit on the year. Takes first pitch outside with a slider from John Gray. 1 year, $4 million contract for Smiley with these Giants. Low risk, high reward situation, and he's been solid to start this season. He gets hit by a pitch, so John Gray hits the pitcher, and that's a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the third. That'll turn the lineup over for the leadoff man, Wilmer Flores. Gabe Kapler didn't look too happy about that hit by pitch, though. I don't see any reason why Gray would want to hit Smiley intentionally, though Kapler might just be upset that his pitcher got hit. Flores base hit his first time up. To make sure those pitchers stay healthy and don't incur any injuries while batting out of any place. That's not where their value is best served, at the plate, and especially not on the base paths. 1-0 pitch to Flores is taken outside of the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Flores had a solid season with Arizona last year. It's really good against left-handed pitching. The righty Gray took a look at first base, and now he's into his motion. The 2-0 is swung on and lifted in the air towards left center field. On the run is Desmond. On the run is Dahl. Going back on this one, and Dahl is going to reach up and make a catch in front of the track. Nice running catch for David Dahl. That's out number one. We bring up Brandon Crawford, only hitting 189 on the year. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance. As Gray tries to work around that leadoff hit by pitch. First pitch is a strike, the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Crawford, good numbers in his career against Gray. 5 hits and 15 at-bats, not a huge sample. Swing and a miss. Gray got him to chase a changeup high and away. Now it's quickly 0-2 on Crawford. 0-2 pitch. And that's in the same spot, this time with a fastball, though, at 97 miles per hour, and Crawford lays off that one. And here's a 1-2. That swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. Going back on this one is Desmond. This one's hit fairly deep at the track and at the wall. Making the catch in front of the wall is Desmond for out number 2. A couple of nice plays by the Rockies. Dahl and Desmond both making nice catches here in the third. And that'll leave it up to Hunter Pence. Look at that, a .418 on-base percentage, a .750 slugging percentage. It's early. That's a heck of a start for Hunter Pence. More than the Giants could ever hope and dream of. First pitch from Gray is taken high. 1,817 career hits for Hunter Pence. He'll hope that he might be able to get a chance at 2,000 before his career is over. He's in the twilight years of his career, though. Swinging a foul out of play. Who knows? It's Hunter Pence. We shouldn't expect the conventional with him, so maybe he'll play another 10 years. Who knows? 1-1 pitch from Gray is swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. Going back on this one is Desmond. He's going to dive, and he's not able to make the catch. That one's going to be off the wall. Dahl over to make the play. Smiley's going to be waved around third, and he will score. That'll be an RBI double for Hunter Pence, and the Giants are on the board first. It's 1-0 San Francisco. 4th double of the year for Pence. Desmond got a bad read on this one. And by the time he dove in deep left field towards the track, he was not able to make the play. Mike Yastrzemski takes first pitch high. Yastrzemski struck out his first time up, off to a slow start this season, trying to get the on-base percentage and hit for more power as well. The 1-0 delivery is taken for a strike. That one's high with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Hitters count now on Yastrzemski. It's a bit of a smoggy night in San Francisco. And that swung on and ripped foul. Count evens at 2. That leadoff hit by pitch to the pitcher. Drew Smiley came around to hurt John Gray and the Rockies. There's a swing and a chop foul at the plate, with Hunter Pence's RBI double driving him home. Gray takes a look at second base where Pence is. Don't expect him to be running 2-2 pitches outside with a slider. With the full count, Pablo Sandoval is waiting on deck. And there's a swing and a ground ball to second base. McMahon up with the ball, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. Hunter Pence with an RBI double brings home the first run of this ball game. We're through 3. It's 1-0 San Francisco Giants. Ryan McMahon leads off the 4th inning, struck out his first time up.
The second baseman, Ryan.
Drew Smiley out for his 4th inning of work. First pitch to McMahon is taken outside with a cut fastball. 14 runs batted in for McMahon on the year. That ranks second on the Rockies after Nolan Arenado's 21. Arenado ranking second in the league after Hunter Pence. There's a pitch high and away, 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
It's in there for a strike, 2-1 the count. Smiley into his motion. The windup and the pitch is taken for a strike. It evens at 2 on McMahon.
Strike out, 2-2.
It's a very quick homestand for the Rockies, taking 2 of 3 from the Cardinals and right back on the road now against San Francisco. McMahon swings and misses. It's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Smiley, and out number 1 here in the top of the 4th.
Now back, left fielder, Ian.
That'll bring up Ian Desmond. He'll try to atone for a bit of a misplay out in left field. Really mistimed his read on the ball and then mistimed a jump to try to make up for it. He had a 4-pitch walk his first time up, and he takes a pitch low here. Rockies have had base runners the first 3 innings of this ball game. They'll try to make it 4 straight, and Desmond takes a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Desmond, 3rd round pick back in the 2004 draft by the Montreal Expos.
Nope, that's down.
Hunter Pence also in that draft. He was picked in the 2nd round. Some other notable selections. Matt Bush was the 1st overall pick. And Justin Verlander went 2nd overall. Jared Weaver, Billy Butler. Strike 3 called, and Desmond strikes out for out number 2. Glenn Perkins, Phil Hughes,
Up next for Colorado,
Gio Gonzalez, and Houston Street.
Walter.
Boy, some of these guys are still pitching. Some of them feels like they retired a decade ago. Giovanni Gallardo, Hunter Pence, Dustin Pedroia, Kurt Suzuki, and Jason Vargas all in the 2nd round. And Ian Desmond was in the 3rd round, picked a little bit after Wade Davis. And Desmond in the 4th round. Then Chris Iannetta was picked by the Rockies. Jake McGee was in the 5th round by the Rays. Dexter Fowler, Rockies picked him in the 14th round. Mark Reynolds, the T-backs, in the 16th round. Certainly some names that we recall on there.
0-2.
Micah Owings, who pitched in the NLCS in 2007 against the Rockies, was picked by the Cubs in the 19th round. Didn't sign
Off the plate, ball
just
1.
yet, though. Jake Arrieta was picked by the Reds in the 31st round.
Nope. 2-2, count.
The first pick of that draft for the Rockies was Chris Nelson, went 9th overall. Rockies picked Seth Smith with their 2nd pick.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Also Todd Frazier in the 37th round, but he did not sign. And to have two Todd fathers on the Rockies. Tony Walters, it's a 3-2 pitch coming to him, and it's swung on and lined up the middle on a hop. The shortstop Crawford plays it, throws to first. That's out number 2. Excuse me, the side is retired. Well, we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Giants. Sandoval, Dickerson, and Belt due up. Pablo Sandoval leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 Giants lead this ball game. John Gray in for his 4th inning of work. Sandoval grounded out his first time up. He swings and pops one foul and out of play. Sandoval, most of his career with the Giants, was with the Red Sox for a brief spell from 2015 to 2017, though those are very unmemorable years for Sandoval and for the Red Sox. There's a swing and a line drive pulled foul. Sandoval definitely seems more comfortable here in a Giants uniform. 280 career average. 148 home runs, 622 runs batted in. He takes strike 3 called, and John Gray gets him on strikes for out number 1. Second strikeout of the day for Gray.
Now batting, center fielder, Alex Dickerson.
Ended up being released by the Red Sox in 2017 was Pablo Sandoval. Alex Dickerson 0 for 1 today. He takes first pitch, 97-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. John Gray with good velocity. Dickerson flied out his first time up. You saw in the tops numbers in the last half inning that Gray got up to 98 miles per hour today. This is some of the best velocity we've seen from him this season. There's a 0-1 pitch to Dickerson. That swung on and missed quickly. 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
There's a line drive towards right field on the run is Blackmon. He's going to have to play it on a hop. That'll be a 1-out single for Alex Dickerson here in the bottom of the 4th. Brandon Belt will be the batter. Belt 0 for 1 in this game. First pitch from Gray is swung on and pulled to first base. Murphy's going to go to second even though the runner was in motion. And they get both runners. Wow. That's a double play, and that'll retire the side right through 4. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Rockies trying to get some offense going. Manager John Gray and, manager Bud Black and pitching coach Steve Foster talking things over about John Gray's day. He's going to be the leadoff batter here in the top of the 5th. Got a base hit his first time up off the glove of Brandon Belt. Gray has pitched solid today. We mentioned that very good velocity we've seen from him. He's trailing 1-0 in this game, though. Rockies offense needs to get it going. 69th pitch of the day from Drew Smiley is swung on and missed by Gray. Gray was the first-round pick in the 2013 draft by the Rockies. Swing and a miss quickly down 0-2 is Gray. Rockies really like to put together a team that is homegrown. They've done a good job of it. 0-2 pitch is strike 3 called. Gray strikes out on 3 pitches to lead off the 5th. 5th strikeout of the day for Drew Smiley. He's looked good. The lineup will turn over for David Dahl now.
The center fielder, David Dahl.
Dahl 1 for 2 on the day. Got a base hit in his first plate appearance back in the first inning. There's a strike with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Definitely velocity advantage goes to John Gray, but effectiveness today has certainly been Drew Smiley. This 0-1 delivery is swung on and pulled towards first base. Belt will take it himself. That's out number 2. 46 of 73 pitches now for strikes from Smiley, who's been really around the plate quite often. Charlie Blackmon's having a good day. 2 for 2 double and a single, so he's halfway to the cycle. Saw Dexter Fowler hit for the cycle against the Rockies in that final game against the Cardinals in Colorado on the last homestand. Pitched low. Blackmon could use a homer here. 174 career home runs across parts of 9 seasons with all of them with the Rockies. 1-0 pitch coming from Smiley is taken low, 2-0.
2-0.
Is the 75th pitch of the day from Smiley. Home run would tie this game. 2-0 pitch to Blackmon is taken outside, and now it's 3-0 with Trevor Story waiting on deck. Charlie Blackmon has really enjoyed his appearance in the 2-hole in the order today. Trevor Story not so much, batting third. We'll see if maybe there can be some changes for Story this time through the order as Blackmon takes a pitch high, and he draws a 2-out walk that'll put a runner on for Trevor Story.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
I feel like every day John Gray pitches, Sonny Gray also pitches. He pitched for the Reds today, went 6 innings and struck out 6. He got the win. He's 3-1. Trevor Story 0 for 2 strikeout and a lineout. See, 301 on base percentage, 390 slugging percentage. He had a pretty good series in against St. Louis. He's trying to continue it here on the road in park that is not so hitter-friendly. Ground ball up the middle into center field, a base hit. Couple runners aboard with 2 outs now for Nolan Arenado, the Giants killer. We'll see if Gabe Kapler elects to intentionally walk him. Has done it once already in this ball game. The Story picks up his first hit of the day. And it looks like Arenado is going to get a chance to bat here, though they might not throw him anything to hit. And that intentional walk is first time up. Also a fly out for Arenado, a 427 on base percentage and a 712 slugging percentage to go along with that 338 average. Smiley takes a look at second and delivers, swing and a miss. Arenado, hot start with runners in scoring position, hitting 474 on the young season. Still a small sample, but we've come to expect those kind of numbers from Arenado. There's a pitch outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a 1-1, and that's going to be up and in. Hitters count on Nolan Arenado in a place he likes to hit. That misses just a bit off the plate, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Hey, we'll take it. Daniel Murphy is waiting on deck, trying to keep that batting average above 300. It's going to be a 3-1 to Nolan Arenado. And it's swung on in line down the right field line. Fair ball. It drops in there. Story will be waved around third. Rather, that's Blackmon batting second today. He will score, and the Rockies are on the board on an RBI single for Nolan Arenado. This is a 1-1 ball game. Arenado does it to the Giants again. As pitching coach Kurt Young will go out to the mound to have a conversation with Drew Smiley. Try to give him the words he needs to get around Daniel Murphy here as Logan Webb starts to warm up in the Giants bullpen. First pitch way up and in. And Murphy's not too pleased about that. It's ball 1. And Smiley's really been around the plate today. There's a pitch low. Murphy went 1 for 4, got a base hit in that final game of the homestand against the Cardinals. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and slashed foul towards the Giants dugout. The ball dude, as they call him in San Francisco, over to make the catch. Here's a 2-1, and that's inside. 3 balls and a strike. Ryan McMahon waiting on deck. Rockies trying to put up a crooked number here in the 5th. Better than just tying the game, as Nolan Arenado did. That RBI single. 3-1 pitch to Murphy is swung on and pulled foul. Now it's a full count. And one more time, a 3-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards right field. Pence going back on this one. He's at the track, and he leaps, and it's off the wall. That's going to get 2 runs home. 2-run double for Daniel Murphy. Puts the Rockies on the board on top now, 3-1. 9th double of the year for Daniel Murphy. Scores Story and Arenado ahead of him. Put a charge into that one, did Daniel Murphy. Rockies now in front. Pence did all he could, but that was just over his outstretched glove. Ryan McMahon will bat now, as Sean Anderson, the righty, and Wandy Peralta, the lefty, are warming up in the Giants' bullpen. Pitch to McMahon is swung on and missed. 12 of 22 pitches have been strikes for Smiley in this inning, a very long inning for him, and he's really lost his command a little bit after really mowing down the Rockies through the first 4 innings. So the Rockies did have base runners, finally capitalizing on them. Here's an 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be outside with a curveball. Man has 6 home runs on the season. That ranks second on the Rockies after Nolan Arenado's team-leading 8. There's a strike, 1-2 now the count on McMahon. There's the lefty Peralta and the righty Anderson both warming up in the Giants' bullpen. Rockies trying to get a couple games above the 500 mark. There's a pitch high with a fastball to McMahon, 89-mile-per-hour pitch from Smiley. Velocity's going a little bit down. He was in the low to even mid-90s earlier in this game. Now just a tick under 90. Smiley's 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. McMahon strikes out for the 3rd time today, but the Rockies take a 3-1 lead. RBI single for Nolan Arenado and a 2-run double for Daniel Murphy. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. Buster Posey popped out his first time up. He leads off the bottom of the 5th inning as John Gray is out for another inning of work. Pitch count at 66 for John Gray. Not too bad of shape. First pitch to Posey is swung on and grounded towards second base. It's kicked by McMahon. He should still have time, and not in time, as Posey, the slow catcher running, beats it out. That's an error on the second baseman. McMahon looked very routine and looked like Gray was going to get a 1-pitch, 1-out. And McMahon just, I don't know what happened there. I just couldn't corral it with his hands. We're going to have a pinch hitter now.
Pinch hitting for the Giants, number 7,
It's Donovan Solano. First pitch is taken high. Solano pinch hitting for Smiley, whose day will come to an end after giving up 3 runs across 5 innings. He was really solid through his first 4 and gave up a few runs there in the 5th. And the Giants will work from their bullpen here on out. There's a swing and a line drive towards left field. On the run is Desmond. He dives and it's off his glove. Posey will make it up to second base. Desmond, maybe if he had just continued to run, might have caught up with that one. He elected to dive for it and ended up going off his glove. And it wasn't off the top of the glove either. It looked like it hit off maybe the heel. So a couple interesting defensive plays for the Rockies to kick off this bottom of the 5th inning. Lineup's going to turn over for Wilmer Flores. We mentioned that .321 average, .415 on base percentage, and .469 slugging percentage. Really solid start to the year for Flores. And now, because of the Rockies' defense, the first 2 runners are aboard here in the bottom of the 5th. Flores has 26 hits on the year. That ranks second on the Giants. 1-0 pitch from Gray is swung on and chopped towards second base. Another chance for McMahon. Shovels to short and back to first. Story's throw is in time. That's a double play. The pitcher's best friend really helps out there. Makes it 2 outs. Brandon Crawford will be the batter. Crawford has a walk in this game. That came in the first inning. Gray delivers a strike, 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
0-1's the count.
And here's an 0-1. That's going to miss outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gray trying to work out of trouble once again here in the bottom of the fifth. That swung on and ripped foul. Next pitch will be the 75th of the day for John Gray. And here it comes. That swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Dahl will come in. He'll get there, and he will make the catch. That'll retire the side. We go to the sixth. Rockies lead at 3-1. There's 7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the sixth.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher for the Giants is Sean Anderson. Ninth appearance of the year, 8 2/3 innings. A 3.12 ERA, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks. Righties have really hit well against him, though. Seen a lot of reverse splits early on this season. Ian Desmond will be the batter.
The left fielder, number 20. Ian.
It's a strikeout and a walk, so a couple of the true outcomes for Desmond in this game. See if he can add a third true outcome, the home run, and extend this Rockies lead. First pitch from Anderson is taken right down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Desmond on a 5-game hitting streak. He'll try to continue that today. There's no 1. That swung on and missed quickly. 0-2 on Desmond. That one swung on and lifted in the air towards left. It's going to hook foul. Desmond out in front of that one a little bit. And we'll have another 0-2 delivery coming from Anderson. That one's outside, ball 1. Swung on and shot foul at the plate. We'll do it again. That one's high. Count evens at 2. Anderson into his motion. The windup and the 2-2 pitch to Desmond is taken low and away. Full count now. Rockies trying to get a leadoff walk. Tony Wolters is waiting on deck. And that swung on and fouled out of play. This will be at least a 9-pitch plate appearance for Ian Desmond leading off the 6th. Swung on and pulled foul. This will be at least a 10-pitch plate appearance for Ian Desmond. Here comes another 3-2, and it's going to miss low and away. Nice plate appearance for Ian Desmond leading off here in the 6th. That's his second walk of the ball game. That'll bring up Tony Wolters now with a runner aboard.
The catcher, Tony Wolters.
0-for-2 with a line out and a ground out today. Wolters has seen his batting average drop to .258. It was about .350 when he returned from the injured list, but all good things must come to an end. There's a ground ball hit to third base. Sandoval goes to second for 1, back to first, and that's an easy double play.
The pitcher,
5-4-3 around the horn. They turn it.
Gray.
And John Gray should be the batter now, unless there's a pinch hitter, but I think he'll get a chance to pitch another inning. Gray got a hit earlier in this ballgame. He's 1 for 2, so now 1 for 8 on the season. First pitch is going to miss low and away with a slider. Righty Handel Gustave and the lefty Wandy Peralta warming up in the bullpen for the Giants. Into his motion, the windup, and the 1-1 pitch is a strike at the knees. Leadoff walk to Ian Desmond, then a double play, and now Gray down 1-2 in the count here in the top of the 6th. And that's just a bit inside. Count evens at 2. Strike 3 called. He got him on strike, so Anderson works around that leadoff walk. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 Rockies. Hunter Pence leads off here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 for 2 with an RBI double on the day. Lone run batted in for the Giants. John Gray at 75 pitches out for his 6th inning of work. First pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. Pence back with these Giants after signing that 1-year, $3 million deal in free agency after a really rebound solid campaign with the Rangers. There's a pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch from Gray is swung on and lined foul. Leading the National League in RBIs at the moment is Hunter Pence. Swung on and pulled foul. Nolan Arenado keeping pace. He also has an RBI in this ballgame, but still trails him. So 25 RBI for Hunter Pence, 22 for Arenado. There's a swing and a foul out of play. Gray told us this offseason he'd like to strike out 200 batters and pitch 200 innings this year. There's a swing and a miss. And he gets Pence on strikes. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game. It is good to see Gray hopefully getting through 6 here today, as he has had some brief outings over the course of the year so far. He really wants to be a horse out there. There's a swing and a miss by Mike Yastrzemski. He goes after that first pitch slider. Yastrzemski 0 for 2, strikeout and a groundout, so his slow start to the season continues. Swung on and chopped foul. Quickly 0-2 on Yastrzemski. His 19 hits rank 3rd on the Giants. Here's an 0-2 inside with a fastball. One-two pitch coming, and it's in the dirt. Yastrzemski does not chase that curveball. It's strike 2. Ball 2, I should say. Here's a 2-2, and that's down and in. Pablo Sandoval is waiting on deck with a full count now on Yastrzemski. Will Myers hit his first home run that didn't come against the Rockies today. Hit that against the Cubs for his 4th of the year. There's a swing and a ground ball into the shift. Second baseman McMahon from the outfield grass throws to first. That's out number 2. That'll leave it up to Pablo Sandoval, as Gray will hope to make quick work of him and perhaps get a chance to come back out and pitch a 7th inning of work. Sandoval 0 for 2, ground out and fly out. He takes first pitch curveball outside. 5 for 15 with a couple doubles in Sandoval's career against Gray. Here's a 1-0. That swung on and lined towards left center field. That's going to get down, cut off by Dahl. And with Sandoval's speed, that'll just be a long single, a 2-out single for him. Alex Dickerson will be the batter, as Gray's about to throw his 90th pitch of the ball game. First pitch to Dickerson is taken right in there for a strike with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 for 2, base hit back in the 4th inning for Dickerson. He's off to a solid start to the year at 958 OPS. Giants are hoping for continued performance improvements from Yastrzemski and Dickerson this year. There's a swing and a line drive towards right field. Going back on this one is Blackmon. He's going to make the catch at the track, and that'll retire the side. We're through 6. It's 3-1 Rockies, top of the order due up as they look for some insurance. Wandy Peralta, new pitcher for the Giants in the 7th. 5 1/3 innings on the year. This is his 7th game, has 5 strikeouts against 3 walks. You can see that ERA sits at 5.06. We mentioned earlier we've seen a lot of reverse splits this year, and lefties have really hit Wandy Peralta well, and righties have not. First batter he will face is the lefty, David Dahl, and there's a pitch inside. Or it could just be that Wandy Peralta is really struggling this year, and he's just got the opportunity to face mostly lefties, and they've just really hit off of him well. Strike to Dahl, and it's 1-1. It's taken for a strike on the outside corner with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Peralta into his motion. Wind up and the 1-2 pitch is swung on and lined towards left field. That will be not handled out there by Dickerson. That'll be a leadoff single for David Dahl, his second hit of the ball game here to lead off the 7th. Like it could have been a shoestring catch, but not able to get there in time to make the catch was Dickerson. Tried to trap it, but then bobbled it. That'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. Again, a little bit of a change in the batting order for the Rockies today. Blackmon and Story switching spots. It's been good for Blackmon as he's got a couple hits and a walk. Story also has an RBI hit today. Double, single, walk, run scored for Blackmon. His batting average up to 240. And there's a swing and a miss, flailing at that two-seam fastball was Blackmon. The count levels at 1. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down, and not in time. David Dahl steals second base. That's Dahl's first stolen base of the year. We've seen him thrown out on the base paths a few times. But there he steals when he's in scoring position now for Blackmon. A 1-2 pitch is swung on and hit into left field. Base hit. Dahl is going to be waved around third by Stu Cole. Here's the throw to the plate, and it's not in time. RBI single for Charlie Blackmon. 4-1 Rockies. Third hit of the day for Charlie Blackmon. Second single also as a double. And that'll bring up Trevor Story now, still nobody out. Lefties continue to really hit Wandy Peralta, and Story will try to get the righties going against him now. He's 1 for 3, single and a run scored in this ball game. Here's an 0-1 pitch, and that's taken low with a changeup. Swung on and lifted in the air towards right field. Pence going back on this one. And he will make the catch just in front of the track. Blackmon will stay put at first base, and the batter will be Nolan Arenado.
Now batter, the third baseman.
1 for 2, single RBI run scored. Also an intentional walk in this ball game for Arenado. First pitch is taken outside. See how many RBI in the career of Arenado against the Giants? 100, so that was 101. There's a strike, 1 ball, and 1 strike now. Next highest is 82 against the Dodgers. There's a pitch down and in.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hitters count on Arenado. There's a pitch down and in, 3 balls and a strike. Arenado has a 910 OPS in his career against the Giants. That's actually not his best. Very small amount of time with the Royals has OPS 1385 against them. And then the Orioles, 1162. Those are both small plate appearances. But then the Rangers, it actually is a 64 plate appearance sample. Arnaudo Drozoaki is an 1159 OPS against them. When we look at the NL, he's 1128 against the Brewers.
The first baseman, number 9, Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy will be the batter. 1 for 3 with an RBI double his last time up. Arenado's 28 home runs are the highest he's hit against any team. That's against the Giants and the Dodgers. They're both tied. He does have 39 doubles against the Giants, his most against any team. 148 hits, also his most. And he scored 80 runs in that 126-game sample.
1-1.
There's a line drive foul down the left field line. Arenado, 277 career total bases against the Giants. There's a ground ball base hit into right field. Blackmon will be held at third. And the Rockies have the bases loaded with one out now as the lefties, all three lefties that Wendy Peralta has faced have gotten hits. And now here's Ryan McMahon, who really hits well against lefties for a left-handed batter. We're going to have a new pitcher. It'll be Logan Webb. He's a righty. He's got a 7.56 ERA on the season, 8 1/3 innings pitched. 6th game, 3.08 average against righties, 300 against lefties, 4 walks and 3 strikeouts, so never good when you see more walks than Ks. It is a small sample. Rockies are certainly looking for more fun to get on the board here in the 7th. McMahon takes a pitch down and in, ball 1. One's low, 2-0 now after that changeup misses. It feels like it doesn't happen as often as it should, but it's always good to be playing well in San Francisco. 2-0 pitch to McMahon is swung on and missed. He was trying to launch on a 2-0 fastball. Came up empty. This 2-1 is going to be outside. 3 balls and a strike. Ian Desmond waiting on deck and no place to put Ryan McMahon. 3-1 count with the bases loaded, 1 out. And here's a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes full. That was a good fastball from Webb. Let's set the situation for you. 1 out, bases loaded, 3-2 count on McMahon with Charlie Blackmon at third, Nolan Arenado at second, and Daniel Murphy at first. Not exactly burners on the base paths, but 3-2 pitch to McMahon is swung on and ripped in the air towards right field. Going back on this one is Pence, and he will get there to make the catch on the track. Tagging and scoring is Blackmon. It's 5-1 Rockies. With 2 outs now, RBI sac fly for Ryan McMahon. Ian Desmond will be the batter. He's drawn a couple walks in this ball game. Otherwise 0 for 1. One at bat was a strikeout. He's got a couple runners on with 2 outs now. First pitch is taken for a strike with a fastball. Swung on and lined foul towards the Rockies dugout. Quickly 0-2 on Desmond. Swung on and hit towards short. Right there to make the catch is Crawford. That'll retire the side. Rockies push across a couple more runs. They lead at 5-1 going to the 7th inning stretch. Let's welcome Corey Shembry to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 5-1 Rockies. James Pazos, the lefty, Carlos Estevez, the righty, both warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Brandon Belt, the batter, against John Gray. He's 0 for 2, line out and a ground out in this ball game. Gray at 91 pitches, he'll get a chance to pitch the 7th. For the Rockies, put a couple more across for their offensive efforts. There's Pazos and Estevez up in the bullpen. Gray has pitched well today, blowing the Giants to 1 run over 6. There's a pitch outside with a slider, 1 ball, 1 strike on Belt. Rockies trying to go a couple games over the 500 mark, pitch high and away. Hitters count now on Brandon Belt after that 95-mile-an-hour fastball misses. And here comes a 2-1. That swung on and ripped in the air towards center field. Dahl going back on this one. He's at the track. He's going to leap, and it's off the wall. Into second base with a double is Brandon Belt. That'll lead off this bottom of the 7th inning. 3rd double of the year for Brandon Belt. The batter will be Buster Posey. He's 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch from Gray is taken high with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Gray still showing good velocity here in the 7th. Posey also reached on an error in this game by the second baseman McMahon. Here's a 1-0, and that's taken for a strike. 60 of 97 pitches today for strikes from Gray. He's mostly been around the plate. Very solid start for him, hoping to get through 7. 1-1 is way inside. And now it's a hitter's count on Posey. 2-1 pitch, taken low with a curveball. 3-1 now. Pitcher spot waiting on deck. We'll likely see a pinch hitter. Logan Webb is in that spot right now. 3-1 pitch is going to be outside, ball 4. First 2 runners aboard here in the bottom of the 7th. 100 pitches now thrown by Gray. That will set up a double play combination. Bud Black is out. He's going to make a double switch. New pitcher for the Rockies will be Carlos Estevez. 14 innings, 20 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Really giving up a lot of hits to righties, though. They have a .533 batting average against him. Only .083 for lefties. 15th game of the season for Estevez.
Now playing lefty and batting 9, number 12.
Chris Owings will take over in left field, and he'll be the number 9 batter.
Number 76,
Rob Brantley, the backup catcher for the Giants, will be the pinch hitter. First pitch from Estevez is taken in the dirt with a slider. Estevez has a .450 ERA on the year. He's been trying to work that down. It seems like every time he gets it down to about .350, it jumps back up. It started as rough for Estevez after he gave up a home run in the first game of the season. Fly ball to right field, and deep. Blackmon going back on this one. He's going to look up, and that ball's gone. It's a 3-run home run pinch hit for Rob Brantley. Unfortunately, a couple of those runs are going to be charged to Gray. First home run of the year for Brantley, 339 feet off the bat, 94.9 mile per hour exit velocity. Blackmon just ran out of room. And the Giants are right back in it. They trail at 5-4 now. Those insurance runs looking really big now for the Rockies in their half of this 7th inning. The lineup will turn over for Wilmer Flores. First pitch from Estevez is taken for a strike with a 97 mile an hour fastball. Flores 1 for 3 in this game. Got a base hit back in the first inning. 874 OPS on the year for the Giants' second baseman. Here's an 0-1 delivery. That's taken low and away with a slider. His motion, the 1-1 pitch from Estevez is taken for a strike at the knees, 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. He got him on a pitch in the dirt. Wolters will have to throw down to complete the strikeout. He will. That's out number 1.
The batter, number 35. Shortstop, Brandon.
That'll bring up Brandon Crawford. Crawford 0 for 2 in this game, did have a walk earlier in this one. First pitch from Estevez is swung on and missed. 97-mile-an-hour fastball by him. 2 hits and 6 at-bats in the small sample of the career for Crawford against Estevez. That pitch is swung on and shot foul. Not sure how he even got a piece of that one. He was about to hit the dirt. 0-2 quickly on Crawford. Swung on and shot foul. We'll do it again. It remains 0-2 on Brandon Crawford. 5-4 Rockies lead now. It's a good thing they pushed across a couple more runs in the top of the 7th. 3-run home run for Rob Brantley, the pinch hitter. There's a pitch outside, ball 1. The Giants are right back in this, only trailing by a run now here at Oracle Park. On a Tuesday evening, 1-2 pitch from Estevez is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 2. After that home run, a couple strikeouts for Estevez. He'll try to get more of the same against the very hot Hunter Pence. Pence 1 for 3 with an RBI double in this ball game. League leading 25th RBI of the year. There's a pitch low. Arenado second in the league in RBI with 22. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 98-mile-an-hour fastball by him. And that's swung on and fouled out of play. Estevez just a strike away from getting out of trouble now. Sending this game to the 8th with the Rockies' lead still intact. Swung on and grounded to third base. Arenado up at the ball, throws to first. That'll retire the side. We're through 7 innings, but not before Rob Brantley. It's a 3-run home run, puts the Giants within a run. It's 5-4 Rockies going to the 8th. One pitcher for the Giants is going to be lefty Tony Watson. 6 1/3 innings on the year. This is his 9th game of the season. A 4.26 ERA, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Again, we look at those reverse splits. 350 against lefties for him. Tony Wolters will lead things off. He's 0 for 3 in this ball game. Average has dropped down to 250, 314 OBP for Wolters. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch from Watson in the 8th is taken for a strike. We mentioned earlier that Watson did have an option for the 2020 season, but decided he and the Giants to rework a new contract for the year instead. A 1 pitch coming to Wolters is taken outside with a slider. 37,210 in attendance here at Oracle Park on this Tuesday evening, coming out to see their Giants try to battle back against the Rockies. It was a 5-1 ball game just an inning ago. Now it's 5-4 Rockies. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Pitcher's spot waiting on deck. No, it is actually Chris Owings as the double switch has put him in the 9 spot. 1-2 pitch to Walters is swung on and grounded to first base. Belt will take it himself for out number 1. Well, the starter comparison today, 3 earned runs for Gray. A couple of those came on the 3-run home run that was given up while Estevez was pitching. So 6 innings, 3 runs for him, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Drew Smiley pitched a really solid 4 innings. Then the 5th, he really kind of unraveled. Chris Owings will be the batter, hitting .200 on the year, a .610 OPS for him. Utility player for the Rockies this year. First pitch is going to miss just a bit off the plate. Owings 2 for 11 in his career off Watson. Owings spending a lot of time in the NL West with the Arizona Diamondbacks, so we got to face Watson a decent amount. Time spent in the AL last year was not kind to Owings. There's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Played for the Red Sox and Royals and was really one of the worst hitters in baseball last year, but good thing is we're in 2020 simulated at least now, and we can wipe that away and try to get some better numbers up with the Rockies this year. 1-1 pitch to Owings is taken down and in, so it's a hitter's count now on Chris Owings. Watson gets the sign he likes. Into his motion, the windup, and the 2-1 pitch is taken down and in. David Dahl is waiting on deck. He's got a couple hits today to get that batting average up to the .250 mark. Owings trying to get aboard for him. .3-1 pitch from the former Pirate. Watson is taken inside, ball 4, and a walk to Owings. Put a runner on for David Dahl, who's got 2 hits in this ball game.
Up next for Colorado, the center fielder, David Dahl.
2 singles and 4 at-bats. Also a run scored for Dahl today. First pitch is taken outside. The 1-0 is in there. Lefty on lefty matchup. 1-1 pitch will be coming from Watson. Here it is, and it's inside. Hitter's count now on David Dahl. Charlie Blackmon is waiting on deck as Watson asks and receives a new baseball. Like where that one was locating itself. Two-1 pitch to Dahl is taken outside. 3-1 now with Charlie Blackmon waiting on deck. He has a few hits today, so his batting average up to .250 now as well. Dahl and Blackmon both doing what they can to get those batting averages up. There's a 3-1 now from Watson, and it's swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Full count now. Blackmon has really enjoyed hitting in that 2 spot in the order today. Just a bit of a flip. Blackmon and Story moving around. Strike 3 called, and Dahl goes down by way of the K. That's out number 2. Charlie Blackmon will step in. And a 3 day at the plate with a walk. It's looked really good. First pitch is taken for a strike with a slider. There's a throw to first to drive back Owings. He's not planning on going anywhere. At least he wasn't on that pitch. 0-1 from Watson is taken inside. Swung on and chopped up the middle. That's going to get into center field. A base hit. 4th hit of the ball game for Blackmon. 3 singles and a double.
Now batting.
He tries to keep things going for Trevor Story. Rockies could sure use some insurance runs. Story 1 for 4, single and a run scored. Looking to follow in the footsteps of Dahl and Blackmon, who have got their batting averages up over their recent stretches. Story's on a good stretch too, though, especially after his slow start to the season. 305 on base percentage, 698 OPS. He's trying to get those numbers up as well. Really good numbers on the last road trip for Story in Arizona. There's a line drive base hit into left field. Being waved around third is Owings, and he will score. RBI single for Trevor Story. Now it's 6-4 Rockies. It's not stopped now. Nolan Arenado coming up to the plate.
Nolan Arenado.
Watson takes a look over at second base where Blackmon is. First pitch to Arenado is a strike on the inside corner. Arenado 1 for 2, single, RBI, run scored, also intentionally walked in the first inning of this ball game. The 0-1 pitch from Watson is swung on and chopped foul. It's quickly 0-2 on Arenado. Arenado with a hit today is now up to 500 on the season. His batting average with runners in scoring position. 0-2 pitch is swung on and chopped foul. We'll do it again. He's going to miss outside with a sinking fastball. Ball 1 to Arenado. Watson from the stretch. Takes a look at second base, gets ready to deliver a 1-2 to Arenado, and it's swung on and grounded up the middle into center field, a base hit. Blackmon will be waved around third, and he will score. Story will be held up, and on his way to second base. In there is Arenado with a double. That's his 7th double of the year. RBI double. That's tacos, folks. Rockies score their 7th run of the ball game here in San Francisco. What a hustle double by Arenado. He's not the fleetest of foot, but that hustle paid off for him there. It's now 7-4 Rockies. Handel Gustave will be the new pitcher for the Giants. 5 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. Got a 3.60 ERA, 3.75 batting average against righties, 200 against lefties. Another guy with reverse splits. This is his 6th game of the season. He'll face Daniel Murphy. 2 for 4 in this ball game. 7-4 Rockies. Murphy takes first pitch strike, 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Handel Gustave. Double, single, 2 runs batted in on the day for Daniel Murphy. To 10 RBI now on the year. There's a swing and a miss, quickly 0-2 on Murphy. See a small sample, but hitting .348 with runners in scoring position on the year. He's got a couple in scoring position now. That curveball misses way inside, and it's ball 1. 1-2 the count on Murphy. One-two pitch is outside.
Oh, that's kicked out.
2-2 pitch from Gustave is swung on and grounded towards first base. Making the play himself is Belt. That will retire the side. A couple more runs across the board for the Rockies. They lead at 7-4 now, going to the bottom of the 8th. Jairo Diaz, new pitcher for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 8th. 8 2/3 innings. This is his 11th game. 7 strikeouts, 5 walks. He's got a 2.08 ERA. Mike Yastrzemski will lead things off. Scott Oberg warming up in the bullpen, looking to close this one out in the bottom of the ninth. Yastrzemski 0 for 3 today. First pitch from Diaz is taken low with a slider. Yastrzemski 2 hits and 5 at-bats in his career against Diaz. One of those hits was a double, but it's still a very small sample. Never know what a pitcher or a hitter could have figured out in the time of those 5 at-bats. Line drive on a hop to second base, where McMahon is playing on the outfield grass. He throws to first for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 48,
Pablo Sandoval will be the batter. The defense will take a moment to get realigned. Sandoval 1 for 3 in this ball game, got a base hit in the 6th inning. First pitch is going to miss high with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Diaz. Swung on in line towards left field. That ball is going to get down and go towards the corner. Cutting it off as Owings. His throw to second base is not going to be in time. Sandoval's in there with a 1-out double. Second double of the year for Pablo Sandoval. Alex Dickerson will be the batter with a runner in scoring position. He's 1 for 3 in this ball game, got a base hit in the 4th. Swung on and missed. Slider at 90 miles per hour by Dickerson. It's still a small sample, but a .400 batting average with runners in scoring position for him. Swung on and fouled, out of play quickly. 0-2 on Dickerson. 7-4 Rockies here in the bottom of the 8th. High and away with a 97-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball. It's been a good thing the Rockies' offense has put across some continued insurance runs. With the past 2 innings, there's a line drive pulled foul. Diaz into his motion. Throws the glove around his chin and throws. Swung on and lined. Caught by Arenado at third base. That's out number 2. That'll leave it up to Brandon Belt now. 1 for 3 double and a run scored for Belt in this game. Diaz into his motion, takes a peek over at second base and delivers his first pitch to Belt. It's swung on and fouled out of play. Belt, still a small sample no matter if the numbers are good or bad, but he has really struggled with runners in scoring position to start this 2020 campaign. 0-1 pitch from Diaz is going to be a strike. Quickly 0-2 on Brandon Belt. Swung on and popped in the air towards left field. We'll see if Owings can get over there. Into foul territory, he will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. We're through 8 innings. It's 7-4 Rockies. They have McMahon, the pitcher spot, and Wolters due up in the 9th. McMahon 0 for 3 today. He struck out 3 times, also as a sac fly RBI, though. Reyes Maranta is warming up in the bullpen for the Giants. Handel Gustave out for another inning of work. First pitch to McMahon is swung on and grounded foul the other way. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and lined over the glove of Crawford. That's headed towards left center field. McMahon on his way to second base. Throw by Dickerson is not going to be in time. Leadoff double here in the 9th for Ryan McMahon, his first hit of the ball game. 4th double of the year for Ryan McMahon. Jairo Diaz was due up. I think we'll have a pinch hitter, though, even though Diaz is batting 1,000 on the year. They will elect to go with Raimel Tapia instead. He had a first pitch line drive single in a pinch hit appearance in the final game of the homestand against the Cardinals. Sitting 148 on the year, trying to boost that average. He's got a runner in scoring position right now. First pitch from Gustave is swung on and missed.
0-1.
Out ahead of that curveball was Tapia, expecting something a bit quicker. He's down 0-1 early in the count. That swung on and missed quickly. 0-2 on Tapia. 7-4 Rockies here in the ninth. Swung on and hit in the air towards left field. Coming in and making the catch is Dickerson. And the runner will have to hold. McMahon at second base. 1 out now. Tony Wolters will be the batter. He's 0-4 in this one, so he's seen his batting average drop down to 242, 306 on base percentage. Those numbers still early in this year. We're past the halfway point in April, but numbers can still change quite a bit. Line drive towards right field. Going back on this one is Pence. He's at the track, and he'll make the catch right in front of the wall. And still having to hold as Pence gets that one back in pretty quickly is McMahon at second base. That'll leave it up to Chris Owings now. Drew a walk in the 8th inning in his first plate appearance of this game. Came in on a double switch when Gray's day came to an end. Took over in left field for Ian Desmond. Desmond had a couple walks in this ball game. First pitch to Owings is swung on and grounded towards short. Crawford on the backhand throws to first, and the throw's offline. And beating that out is going to be Owings. That'll be an error on the shortstop Crawford. You talk about a sure-handed shortstop. Everything went right. The throw was just offline. Pulled Belt off the bag. And the line will keep moving now. David Dahl will get another opportunity. 2 for 5, 2 singles and a run scored in this ball game. Dahl looking for his 3rd hit of the game. First pitch from Gustave is swung on and lined foul the other way. That's swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. It's not deep. Yastrzemski is going over in front of the track by a few steps. Will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 7-4 Rockies. Scott Oberg will try to close this one out. Scott Oberg in there. This is his 10th game of the year. He's got a few saves on the year. 10 strikeouts, 6 walks, no ERA to speak of. No, very few hits given up. 7 2/3 innings. Those walks are a little bit precarious. Buster Posey will be the first batter. 0 for 2 walk and a run scored, but in all the games, no runs have crossed the dish against Scott Oberg. All the games he has pitched. First pitch to Posey is going to miss inside with a slider. 6 for 11 in Posey's career against Oberg. He has certainly hit him well. One of those hits was a home run. A .545 batting average against Oberg in Posey's career. This 1-0 is going to be low, 2-0. And the saves that Oberg has gotten since he was essentially moved into the closer role, they're still looking at a kind of a by committee approach, but it's going to be mostly Oberg. 2-0 pitch is going to miss inside, 3-0. He has had some very easy saves ever since he's taken over. It's going to be a 3-0 pitch coming to Posey, and that's going to miss inside, so a leadoff walk from Oberg here in the bottom of the ninth puts Posey aboard. Pitcher spot Handel Gustave was due up. We'll likely see a pinch hitter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for the Giants, number 10, Evan.
It's Evan Longoria, hitting .267 on the year. Oberg's first pitch is a strike with a slider. Longoria, .267, a .365 on base percentage on the year, looking for his first home run, has 5 runs batted in. This needs 3 home runs to reach 300 home runs in his career. 0-1 pitch coming from Oberg is swung on and fouled out of play. Now it's quickly 0-2 on Longoria. 4-pitch walk to Posey to lead off this one, then quickly 0-2 on Longoria. This 0-2 pitch is going to miss outside with a slider. And Longoria, longtime member of the Tampa Bay Rays, now with these Giants. 1-2 pitch from Oberg is going to miss outside with a slider. Count evens at 2. Oberg into his motion, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and shot foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Rockies trying to go a couple games above 500. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1. Oberg collects his first strikeout of the game. Gets Evan Longoria, who is pinch hitting. Wilmer Flores will be the batter as the lineup turns over now for the leadoff man. Double play possibility here. Wilmer Flores 1 for 4 in this ballgame. Got a base hit in the first inning against John Gray. There's a strike of the 93-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. .313 average on the year for Wilmer Flores. A 1 from Oberg is swung on and chopped foul. Now quickly 0-2 on Flores. And that one's low and away with a slider. Does not get him to chase. Oberg from the set position takes a brief look over his shoulder towards first base and gets ready to deliver a 1-2. Swung on and pulled foul. Mr. Posey drew a 4-pitch walk to lead off this bottom of the 9th inning. He's on first base with 1 out now. 1-2 pitch to Flores is taken outside with a slider. And swung on and fouled out of play. We'll do it again. This 2-2 delivery is swung on and fouled back. Putting up a fight is Wilmer Flores. Still 2-2 the count. Oberg into his motion. The 2-2 delivery is swung on and chopped foul again. This will be at least a 9-pitch at bat for Wilmer Flores. Another 2-2 coming from Oberg is swung on and chopped foul. Swung on and grounded weakly down the first base line, and a fair ball. Wolters throws to first and got him out number 2. Giants now down to their final out as the runner Posey advances to second base. Brandon Crawford, last hope for the Giants. One was about to roll foul, and I thought Wolters might have let it roll foul, but he made the right play. Caught it before it went foul. Fair ball, threw to first, got the out. Crawford 0 for 3 in this ball game. Oberg looks at second base, delivers his first pitch to Crawford, and it's in there for a strike. Crawford has struggled 1 for 8 in his career against Scott Oberg. That's in there for a strike. Now the Giants just need one more strike. Rockies need one more strike to retire the Giants. 14 of 22 pitches in this inning for strikes from Oberg. He's made his pitches when he's needed to, as he has done throughout this entire season. This next pitch is in the dirt. That's going to get away from Wolters, and advancing up to third base will be Posey on the wild pitch. It'll be a 1-2 now with a runner on third. 2 outs to Brandon Crawford from Scott Oberg. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes, and that is your ball game. John Gray will get a win today. 7-4 Rockies, your final. Scott Oberg closes things out. Good showing from the Rockies offense today. A lot of players getting in on the act. David Dahl gets a few hits. Charlie Blackmon gets 4 hits. Trevor Story some RBIs in there. Nolan Arenado gets on base a few times, drives in some runs. Ian Desmond's on base with some walks. Chris Owings on base a couple times after he came in as a defensive replacement. Daniel Murphy with runs batted in. A sac fly RBI for Ryan McMahon. So John Gray now 2-3 on the year. Drew Smiley gets the loss. He's 2-2. Scott Oberg his 3rd save of the year. 7 runs on 14 hits and error for the Rockies. 4 runs on 8 hits and error for the Giants. Charlie Blackmon, your player of the game, goes 4 for 4. 3 singles and a double. A run batted in. 3 runs scored. Nolan Arenado 2 for 3. Double, 2 RBI, a run scored, and he had an intentional walk in the first inning of this ballgame. 2 for 5 with a double and 2 runs batted in for Daniel Murphy. David Dahl goes 2 for 6 with a run scored. Final line on John Gray, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 3 earned runs. Drew Smiley gets the loss. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, 3 walks. Scott Oberg strikes out 2 and walks 1 over his inning of work and his save. For the Giants on offense, Rob Brantley has a pinch hit 3-run home run. At the time, that made it a 5-4 ball game. Then Brandon Belt gets a double. Pablo Sandoval 2 for 4 with a double. Hunter Pence continues to lead the league in runs batted in. He has 25 on the year now, and Nolan Arenado creeps up to 23 with his 2 RBI today, a double for Hunter Pence. Well, thank you for tuning into this ballgame. Rockies with a good win in San Francisco to kick off this road trip. 7-4 your final.